daily review session 8. So yeah, I've done. This counts as 8 now. Yes, this time I didn't have the nightmare, but of waking up early. I mean late, and then having to run to work. But what did suck is tonight I didn't really sleep as good as I wanted to. But it was like too warm. That was the problem. I noticed way too warm, and I kind of hate it. And I don't know the solution. The only thing I can think of is you have to open up the window, but if you open up the window, you don't really fall asleep either. So what I'm thinking is earplugs and open up the window. But I slept 6 hours and 17 minutes, apparently, so it's not very good. And time in bed was 7 hours and 34 minutes. So, yeah, apparently, and I don't know about the Oura Ring. It says one thing, but the truth, I don't necessarily agree with it. I honestly felt like I didn't really sleep much at all. But I mean, at the end of the day, at the end of the night, I did feel rested, I suppose, to some degree. Anyways, so how did I move forward today? Well, I had my personal work as usual. I don't like doing it necessarily, but I did it, and I do want to make progress. I moved forward because I ordered one product, and I tried to take a little bit more time, I suppose, researching products a little bit. I did get a little bit distracted along the way, but at the end of the day, I ordered a product, and there was no items to list or anything, and I just handled the 3 parcels that I had. Ended up actually selling 5 today again, but by the time I actually finished my personal work, I had 5. So, afterwards. So during my period of personal work time, there was 2 hours, and that's when I handled the 3 packages. But there wasn't really much that I did besides just trying to find better products. I'm definitely questioning about like Zeek Analytics or whatever, or Terapeak, or which method works better for research. I'm kind of apprehensive about Zeek Analytics, but I've never really tested it. I've always been in my small world where I just buy products for just the small world of just, okay, somebody sold 3 or 5 or something, and I'm like, oh, copy that seller, not hundreds or something. So, and tens per day or something, and they're small sellers and stuff, and there's proven product, especially at that price. So I've never really tested it. It's 2 weeks delay before I can even know if the Zeek Analytics stuff is working. How do I feel? I feel pretty normal. So having recreational time and balancing it with personal work does seem to be a really good way of managing my emotions. Normally, I'd kind of start to feel really, really down, but I actually feel completely normal and fine right now. And also, I think listening to 1x speed was better than listening to 2.5x speed. I tried it, and it's like way better for entertainment, because I realized it doesn't, the time doesn't move faster just because you listen to something faster. And I realized that it wasn't really comprehending what they were talking about anyways. And 2x speed felt like it was, elevating my stress or something. 1x speed feels like it's calm and relaxed, and they're just taking it at their own pace, and I can actually comprehend what they're talking about sufficiently, and it's more interesting like that. But it still depends. I still need to pick good content, and I'm always on is 2.5x better or 1x better? Because not too long ago I thought 2.5x speed was better. So, yeah. So feeling fine, and it's because I'm giving myself recreational time and balancing it with personal work, which is crucial because I end up working all that time. I mean, honestly, it's really, really nice. This recreational time balanced with personal work is a really, really good idea. And sometimes, honestly, I feel like I need to repay this recreational time. I feel like I need to do more work sometimes, just because it feels so it feels like I'm giving myself a sort of kindness. It's so easy to be stable emotionally when you actually have free time, which is really weird. Definitely can't understate the importance of the free time, but it's also quite important that I do the work and I move forward. But it's at the end of the day, so long as I have work to do. If I don't have more work to do, I don't need to worry about it too much. Remember, at the end of the day, we're focusing on what moves the needle. If it just takes 1 hour a day or 2 hours a day to move us forward, then that's what we do. But if it takes us 10 hours a day, then that's what we do. That's how it works. We'll have to look into the 10 hours a day, but honestly, you won't feel as bad when you have all that time, to do the work and stuff. If you have all that stuff to do, and you're like, yeah, I need to get this, you don't feel as bad, I think, as, you're kind of just busy, you're just doing busy work for no reason, you're just sacrificing all your free time, you feel terrible, and you're, not really living. Of course, it's not the same as, I know, I feel pretty normal and pretty nice, to be honest. Strange thing, though, I suppose, is the limited need for social interaction to some degree, though. But it's not fully true like that, because if I had zero social interaction, then then you really feel lonely. I definitely experienced that. But then again, it's also mixed with just having no recreational time, to some degree. I mean, I can be pretty harsh on myself sometimes, and then I wonder why am I so depressed? Yeah, because you're really harsh. So it's useful to just, give yourself some free time, balance it with work. I don't know why I didn't do this before, but I'll see. I'll look into it anyways. So I have been watching a little bit of Ragnarok, and it's been pretty fun and stuff. So pretty good series. I kind of have watched it before, so it's questionable. Sometimes there's those weird moments. Weird moments that definitely suck, but otherwise. Where did I fail at today? I wouldn't really say I technically failed because I did all my stuff, but maybe I rushed a little bit my personal work, because here's the flaw maybe, because you do want to get to the free time faster, but I think specifically to prevent this I need to make sure that I just keep trying to do work within the 2 hour time block. So long as it's still a 2 hour time block, you're not rushing anywhere. I just get worried that I'm going to run out of time and then I'm going to have to eat into my free time. That's what I was really worried about. But I think now to prevent this, just start like handling all the packages straight away when you come back home, and then afterwards just focus on finding that product, listing that product, and then you got a bit of spare time, maybe do a bit of more research for better products. And I did use up my time fully for the personal work, so, and then I ended up doing just engaging in my free time as I pleased. Yeah, so that was external failure, maybe more. Just need to manage that a little bit better. Partly maybe internal. It was external more, I'd say. So I guess just watch out for that, but just make sure. I mean, internal, you just need to manage and make sure you just work within your time block. And it's quite easy to justify it because I have fully purpose, like, it's purpose driven, like I work and it's not for nothing. I get rewarded afterwards. So it's like being quite nicely treated, I suppose, in a way. What could be optimized or improved? I don't know. What needs looking at? I guess just look at the Zeek Analytics stuff and, Terapeak and all that stuff, all like the research, the only thing I'm concerned about is whether this new method works or not. Like, I suppose storage, storage because I'm buying a bunch of products also. I need to, again, make sure they're smaller packages, smaller parcels, smaller items. And I'm thinking when I'm researching items, instead of just like looking up, like if I find an item right on Zeek Analytics and it's really cheap, just look for other items on just on the sold listings on eBay itself, and then try to find a few other accounts that might have gotten away with selling it for more expensive, but they're selling a little bit less, so we can actually make a profit. That might be a good strategy as well if you find something that you really like, and it's proven. And if you can find other sellers who are still private, or business, it doesn't matter, just as long as they're small, under 1K or whatever, and they've sold a lot. So that's what you really need to look at. I suppose also just use generic words, and I really have to think about the profit margins and stuff. I don't know, I'll just see what I can do with it. What is my main goal? To grow my eBay, and how my actions aligning with it, because I order a product every day. I'm thinking about storage. I bought the parcels to make sure that I don't run out of letters and stuff, and just learning along the way. There's a Zeek Analytics tool that I use now, Terapeak, and I've still bought the course, and there's plenty of information still there. I can always just rewatch it if I need to, I suppose, because it's one-time purchase. So how are my actions aligning? Yeah, so okay. And how will I act tomorrow? Similar way, just get through work. It's gonna be a bit sucky, difficult. Don't pretend that work doesn't, it's not a thing to deal with. Then you do your personal work as usual. Handle the packages straight away. Then find a product or list a product, whatever order, and then do a bit of extra research or anything during the extra time of your personal work. And then when your free time comes along, enjoy your free time, of course. And just keep it balanced and make sure to just really think about moving the needle and finding really good products. Just think about that. Spend a bit extra. Just take your time and put in extra care for finding good products. How will I move forward? By finding really, really good products. That's about it. I can't really think of anything else. Just find good products with good profit margins that don't take up too much space, and you're sorted pretty much. Because you only need I don't know, because we can throw away all the bad products. Sort of, we're just focusing on all the winners. We're trying to generate an income from this, And if we have to invest loads of money, then I guess that's what it is. But at least we learn from it and we can build something. I don't know if there's anything else to talk about. I suppose I do think about I mean, I find an interesting thing about work is if you ever actually really paid attention to the kind of existence of work where you just work and you don't really have much meaning outside of that. I mean, I think I've really solved that problem by having eBay, I think, and just, alternating with the free time and stuff. Because it's kind of hard to feel down like that, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. Having this system, like where you get through work decently easy, you come home, you do your meaningful work, personal work, then you have your free time, and then come the weekend, you go to the gym, and then you write your book, and you do your eBay as usual, and you have like loads of free time. Like you can't feel too bad about it, to be honest. It feels pretty nice. It's just the work that sucks, I suppose. That's about it. But it's not like I don't know, hell or something. It's pretty good. Especially my room. My room is pretty cozy and stuff. Pretty nice environment for free time. So that's the daily review session 8 complete. Also, I should have mentioned today it's the 24th of February 2026. Yeah, okay. I don't know why I have to. That's not even in my thing. Whatever. End of the session then.